Okay, so in lesson 2 today we're doing ordering numbers, and the order of numbers is quite a common thing where a lot of people get wrong, and it's actually very simple. So before we start with these, we're going to look at two numbers. 0.9, nope, ignore that, 0.09 and 0.1. Which is the bigger number here? Now we can work this out very easily by adding a 0 to the digits on the end here. So we're going to add the 0 to make it so that there is the same amount of digits in every number. So by adding this 0 we can clearly see that 10 is bigger than 9. And if we was to put this in terms of money, we can see that this is 9 pence and this is 10 pence. So this is clearly the bigger number. Okay. So now if you remember that rule by adding the 0 onto the end, it will always make it easier. So here we have our list of numbers. If we was to put this in smallest to largest, we would do this. What we're going to do is we're going to write out all our numbers beneath each other. So 0.067, 0.6, 0.65, 0.605 and 1.01. So if we start with our first rule by adding a 0, now we're going to add a 0 to level off the same amount of digits here. So as we can see, there's 3 digits after the decimal place, and that is the highest amount, so we're going to add a 0 on, so that all numbers have a digit after them, like so. And now we're going to go from the left side to the right side. So as we can see here, these are all zeros and we have a 1. 0 is clearly smaller than 1, so we ignore this. Now we go to the next column and we have a 5, 0 and 6. Clearly 0 is smaller, so it must be this number here. So we do 0.67. 0.067. That's my fault. So now we can cross that one off. And now we look for the next biggest number, which we would go along the same column again, 0. So we have 5 and 6's, so 5 comes before the 6, so it must be 0.56. We can cross that one out now. Now we go down the same column again, we look for a 6's, you can see they're all 6's, so we go to the next column and we look for the smallest number. So we have a number here, 605, so it must be 0.6 because there is a, this is 605 and this is only 600, so this must be the smallest number. Now don't get confused like I am already teaching you to always copy from here, because these are your actual numbers and these are numbers where you've added a 0 on, so always remember that. Now we look for same thing, left column, 6, same thing here, and we see that 605 is smaller than 650, so it must be 0.605, and we cross that out, and we cross these out because that's from before. And then we go to same thing, 6 is smallest, because so it must be 0.650. And now that leaves us with our 1.0.10, so this must be the largest number. And that's all it is to play ordering numbers. It's fairly simple. simple topic. Just always add the zeros on, so it's the same amount of digits. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4 in all of them, and it will help you out a lot.